A Republican voting slumlord in Ohio is dealing with the consequences of his potential vote. I don't know 100% if he voted for Donald Trump, but I think I'm going to show you some evidence here, or will show you some evidence here that might get you to think, oh, yeah, he definitely voted for Donald Trump. So now, what's going on? Well, apparently, his building lost a significant amount of business thanks to Trump's immigration policies. News 5 Cleveland reports that Fannie Mae has filed a foreclosure lawsuit in federal court against an affiliate of the K&D Group, which is a major Northeast Ohio landlord, or a, well, slumlord, really. Now, K&D happens to be in default now and is unable to pay off or refinance the debt on the property. The lawsuit says that K&D owes more than $78 million in principal, interest, and other costs associated with the mortgage that had matured on January 1st. Doug Price, K&D's CEO, said during a phone interview on Thursday afternoon, quote, "We're out of ideas to fix the problem." Well, I mean, they could have started with fixing up the place, okay, the actual property, which they didn't do. But okay, what exactly though is the problem that he's referring to? Well, it turns out a lot of people are not renting from K&D anymore. For example, the apartments on Reserve Square are actually more than half empty, according to Price. Now, normally, those apartments get rented out by students. Okay, these are student rentals. The nearly 1,000 unit complex was actually 93% full last year. That's a big change, going from 93% to less than half. But as I said before, the complex rents out to international students. Reserve Square, which is a 1970s behemoth, which rents out to students at around $1,100 a month. That is expensive. That is more than my mortgage. Okay, just to show you how insane rentals are. Okay, now this apartment complex has become reliant on international students who go to the nearby Cleveland State University. However, thanks to Trump's immigration changes, those students are no longer showing up. They're not coming to the country, and they're certainly not going to rent at the, Reserve Square. Okay. Other international students have left their leases, or have left as their leases came up for renewal, probably to get out of the country because they're afraid of Trump deporting them, taking away their student visas, and sending them out, as he's been doing to a lot of people, especially to those who are going up against the Israeli genocide that Trump is supporting. Cleveland State saw international student enrollment drop last year and is bracing for even more declines amid visa crackdowns and federal policy shifts. Now, Doug Price, he at least acknowledges that there is an issue there. He said a lot of it is from the new administration's stance on immigration. Okay. Now that's part of it. The other part is, of course, is what I'm going to get to. The fact that this is not a good place to live. Okay. But anyway, when that pipeline of renters dried up, student renters, it was impossible to fill the void at Reserve Square fast enough, said Price. And he said, look, I had a new loan lined up last year, but ultimately we could not move forward because ain't nobody coming in to rent anymore. Quote, "We were ready to go into closing, and then all the vacancy happened. And both of us knew that we would be in default." He was talking to his about his lender here. "We knew we would be in default immediately." Immediately. And there it is. So, it seems like if this man supported Donald Trump and his immigration crackdown, well, then that would be a pretty big FAFO. Okay. Again, I'm not entirely sure. but we'll get into those details. Here's the other thing about this. It's a slumlord. Okay, it's a slum. This building is a disaster. There have been complaints by the tenants of slum-like conditions, garbage backed up into the hallways because the garbage chutes are clogged, laundry machines that are broken, don't work, haven't been replaced. One tenant, by the way, who had moved in back in 2015, they said that their car was immediately vandalized despite being right outside the security desk. I mean, we're talking feet from the security desk. And so they're like, oh my God, my car got vandalized. It got keyed and there were, they stole, my decals off my car. What's going on here? Like, why aren't you doing anything? Will you do anything about it? And they're like, nothing we can do. Sorry. Well, then what's the point of having a security desk? Okay, do you at least have any, security camera footage? Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have security cameras either. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a disaster. Now, not only that, but the apartment that this person was renting immediately got flooded. Immediately flooded. So, and all of their stuff was like thrown onto the balcony. Okay. Well, I mean, we were trying to save your stuff from the flooding, and so we threw it out. Oh, well, that's not good either. Absolutely a disaster. Another resident had noted that their windows wouldn't open. Okay, they barely worked. Their heating and cooling only partially worked. So they had AC in the summertime, but no heat during the winter. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the opposite here. It was actually no AC and too much heat. That's what happened. And not only that, but the security there, security guard, only apparently exists there to badger the residents. That explains it. That explains a lot. And look, these are marketed as luxury high-rise apartments, right? But apparently it's everything but. That said, I went and looked up this company and its owner on Open Secrets. I wanted to know, did they actually support Donald Trump? Did they support Republicans? Well, let's look at some of the donations from people who work for K&D, which could include the owners, the CEO, the board members, whatever. So let's get to that. Take a look at the top recipients, top contributions from K&D Group. That's who owns, now to soon to be previous owners of Reserve Square. But you look, National Republican Senatorial Committee. You got a Republican here in Ohio. Bernie Moreno, another candidate in Ohio. Kamala Harris, and Bernie Sanders. Interesting. Now, once again, the organization did not donate. These are employees that work for this company or members or the owners, et cetera, et cetera. And so, most of that money, though, the big money, went to Republicans. As far as the $20 to Bernie Sanders, probably one of the lower level employees. Because that's what you would see a lot. And I don't know about the Kamala Harris, but I'm pretty sure it's not Doug Price. Okay. Now, getting to Mr. Price. Here's a list of some of his donations. You can see Republican, 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 Republican. Well, there you go. Yes, shocker. Slumlord votes for Republicans. Wow. Matt Dolan, Matt Huffman, the Ohio Republican Party. Now, I actually couldn't find any donations to Trump or any of his PACs. And I don't actually know who the man voted for in 2016, 2020, or 2024. At least in those national elections. I don't know. But here's the thing. I doubt he would be giving all this money to Republicans and end up not voting for the Republican presidential nominee. That would be kind of weird. To me, that would make a whole lot of sense. So Yeah, I'm thinking that he's probably a Trump voter. And now it's ironic that he's going around and saying, "Oh, I cannot believe that Donald Trump and the Republican Party would do this crackdown on immigration that actually ended up hurting my business." Yeah, weird, right? I mean, he might be actually getting the day that he voted for. And, well, would you look at that? He ain't liking it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.